So hello guys, and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. So today in this video I'll be talking about circumference and radius and how to find the area and diameter. So let me start by putting the circle out. So now, what is the radius of this circle? The radius of this circle is any point around the circle to exactly the middle point of this circle. It can be any point, it can be any of these points. But here I can only draw in eight quarters, but it can be any point in here as well. So the radius is this. Let me write what the radius means here. Radius. So it is basically any point. Oh, not any point, sorry. The length from any point around the circle straight to the center. Now you may be wondering, what is the diameter? Well, the diameter is 2 times the radius. Oops, I spelled that incorrect. The diameter is 2 times the radius. So the diameter is this, from here all the way to the end, or from here all the way to the end. This is different because it cannot go from, for example, here to here or here to here. It has to go straight across the circle. And basically, it is 2 times the radius, as I explained earlier. So now let's find the area. Actually, before I find the area, let me explain to you what pi is. So pi is an ongoing number. Here are just a few of the digits. It is an ongoing number with no repeats, so it is completely infinite and random. So let's find the area of a circle now. The area of a circle is measured by pi times radius squared. So, and since we know PEMDAS, this should go first, but just in case you forgot, I'll put a parentheses around that. Sorry about that. So now I'm going to take a random circle and we're going to solve it. By the way, one thing you may be wondering is how are we going to represent pi, because it's an infinite number. You can either represent pi as 3.14, because that's what everyone represents it as, or when you're going to solve it on the calculator after you've finished all the steps, you can just, there's a pi function in the calculator and you can use that. That is what I'm going to be using. So let me now draw the length of the diameter. Let's choose a random number. Let's choose the number 6. So now let's try to find the area of this circle. So the area, it would be pi times r squared. So r is half of diameter, so it would be times 3 squared. That would be 9 times pi, and I'm going to enter this into my calculator. And I get a result of about 28.27. And that would be your final answer for area. Now let's try to solve for something called circumference. So circumference, the formula is 2 times pi times r, or pi times diameter. I like using 2 pi r better because it's easier for me to remember, but just in this for a problem, I'm going to use pi times diameter because I have the diameter in front of me. So pi times diameter would be pi times 6. So it would be pi times 6. So it would be 6 pi. I'm going to put this into the calculator. And I get back approximately 18.85. So 18.85, and that would be your final answer for circumference. So I'm gonna just try one more problem so you can really get the hang of it. Let me draw another circle, and let me do something a little different. Let me put the radius, okay, and let me make the radius, I'm gonna make the radius 5.5. So if the radius is 5.5, what do you do? So you would still do the same thing. The formula for area would be pi times r squared. So it would be pi times 5.5 squared. So this time you have to do 5.5 squared. What I would suggest you do is do 55 squared first. And let me do 55 squared. So 55 squared would be equal to 3,025. 3,025. And since the decimal point is since there's a decimal point right before the end, right? One before the end on one and one before the end on the other 5.5. The answer would be 2 before the end. So it would be 1, 2. So the answer would be 30.25 pi. So let me multiply that. 30.25 times pi, and I would get 95.03. So 95.03. So that would be the area. Now let's find the circumference. Circumference would be 2 times pi times r, or 2 pi d, but I'm going to use this since we have the radius. So it would be 2 times 5.5, which is 11, times pi. And if I enter this into my calculator, 11 pi, I would get approximately 34.56. 34.56. And that would be your circumference. So thank you for listening to my video. I hope you understood and learned a lot. Please remember to subscribe and smash that like button so you'll know when more of my videos come out. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.